welcome back to the Express in Vancouver's West End, one of the many places around Metro Vancouver that's an explosion of pink with the cherry blossoms. The festival kicks off this week, and we have details on that later on today's show. Right now, it's the story of a one-of-a-kind in Metro Vancouver that's getting a high-tech makeover. Aldergrove's Twilight Drive-In.
This may be one of the last times we'll see and hear a working film projector in the Lower Mainland.
This projector is now all threaded up and it's all set to go on the screen.
At the Twilight Drive-In, owner Jay Dowlett is updating his film projector to keep up with technology. It's a big change for Dowlett, who has been a projectionist since 1969. He believes change is key in ensuring the theater's survival.
Well, we have a niche market that people still want to go to. They want that film. They want that old-time atmosphere.
Jay believes it's worth the cost to go digital. He wants the unique drive-in experience to stay.
People come to the drive-in for several reasons. It's still the most affordable entertainment around. A little nostalgia for the older folks. For the younger folks, it's coming together as a family. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Twilight Drive-In. They come in their pajamas and spend the night with us. This is what makes it different from the indoor theaters.
It's nice to come here and only pay for the price of one. Concession is a lot cheaper than at your normal movie theater.
Good for kids, good for everybody, all ages.
The theater's giant screen, new release films, and audio system also update the experience.
We broadcast directly into the car radio, strictly FM stereo.
Even with the theater's updates, there are certain aspects of the drive-in experience Dowlett can never change. He must keep one projector for the time being to play old-time intermission breaks.
Many times, I've not played that Dancing Hot Dogs, and people are mad at me. They come and ask me, hey, where's the dancing hot dog?
In Aldergrove, I'm Arti for The Express.
The Twilight Drive-In Theatre in Aldergrove is open every night, rain or shine. And the movie listings change regularly, and you can find those at their website. I do love that it's finally spring, rain or shine, and that the quintessential symbol, the cherry blossom, is out in full force, inspiring new poetry and art, even cuisine. Although I am sorry to say the Sakura Bee bento box is sold out for the cherry jam on April 5th. But don't you worry, we have a whole different kind of inspiration up next. Prepare to meet your inner princess on today's Wedding Bells.
Hi, I'm Aubrey.
And I'm Sarah.
And we are the Wedding Bells.
I just got engaged.
And I did not. We're on an adventure to plan the big day. Once upon a time, two Wedding Bells traveled via the BC ferries to the Empress Hotel, a grand place to hold a royal-inspired wedding.
Wedding photographer Lisa of Ophelia Photography would capture the princess for a day tale.
Upon arrival, they needed... we needed some serious help.
Have no fear, the trusty and talented Marion Groot and Carly Flint would bibbidi-bobbidi-boo us into being gown ready. The shoot was styled by May Lux, and oh, the shoes they provided. Let us not forget, one shoe can change your life.
The sun was shining, a few finishing touches, and then there we sat with the Queen's china, used exclusively for royal occasions. King George V, the reigning Queen Elizabeth, and, that's right, the Wedding Bells. And then the clock struck a pretend midnight, and a magical spell was cast over the Empress. We asked, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Turns out it's Sarah.
You made a very good evil face.
Well, that's true. As this bell told a tale as old as time,
and the other dreamt of living on a land without a tail. We both, however, remembered the #1 princess rule. Be true to yourself. And that is what we did.
The moral of our tale today is when it comes to creating and capturing your wedding vision, these fairy godmothers are fantastic, and the Empress is fit for any princess bride. And if you keep believing, the dream that you dream will come true.
For Shaw TV, we're the Wedding Bells.
The Bells are hosting a new Shaw TV show, The Proposal, and we'd like you to be a part of it. We want to capture all the excitement of you popping the big question and your journey toward the aisle. So if you're interested in being involved, contact us, theproposal@shaw.ca, with your details. You're watching The Express, and we have more to come.
This one is Mika.
The bells and whistles of Parrot Island, a bird sanctuary in Peachland.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by
hairstyling and color services for Shaw TV, provided by the Lounge Hair Studio, loungehairstudio.com.
Welcome back to The Express in Vancouver's West End. These days when you look, all you see is an explosion of pink with the cherry blossoms in full bloom. But on today's Quality Assured Collision Road Trip, we're heading to Peachland, and when you look up to the skies, you're going to see it filled with exotic birds that have been given a second chance at life.
Travel along with us as we explore the many marvelous attractions and activities of beautiful British Columbia on the Quality Assured Collision Road Trip.
Today we're taking a road trip to beautiful Peachland, BC, to visit a unique sanctuary for abused and abandoned birds. The sanctuary is called Parrot Island, and it's run solely by volunteers.
This is Hannah. She's a hyacinth macaw. She's an Appendix 1 endangered species. A baby one of these would sell in a pet store for around about $20,000 to $25,000. Wow. And that's what's destroying them, because in the wild, there's only about 200 pairs left in the wild.
Ray Parks is part activist, part bird whisperer, and all compassionate when it comes to the fate of the 80 birds at his Parrot Island Bird Sanctuary.
Hello, Bobby.
For the better part of his life, Parks has taken care of abandoned and sometimes abused birds, caring so much he hasn't taken a day off since opening the sanctuary in 1996.
Hi.
I'd like to think this one's showing off because I'm
Oh yeah, he's showing off. My wife and I come in the morning for about 3 hours, feeding and cleaning. Then in the evening we come over, my wife changes all the water. She goes around and gives her treats, I go around and give my cookies and treats. And the rock and roll music comes on and we clean it all out again. And then we go over to the house and we switch the monitor on so we can hear them in the night to make sure everything's okay.
So visiting the Parrot Island Sanctuary for some, like me, but I have a hole in my eardrum, includes earplugs because it's really loud.
And out of about 340 different species of parrots, over 100 are endangered because of the pet trade. And in this day and age, with all the technology we have, for the sake of $1, we can make a species become extinct. It's not right.
What's this one's name?
This one is Mika.
Mika. Hi, Mika.
The estimate, and this is not from me, this is from other research, is about over 2 million, but that's a very, very low estimate. Most of it is because when people buy a parrot, they want something that can talk and something that's pretty and a companion. But they don't realize when a parrot sexually matures, usually 5, 6 years old, they usually pick one member of the family to be their mate, and they're usually not very sociable to other members of the family.
For folks who have surrendered birds to Ray, one of the best things about the sanctuary is the visiting rights.
It's been maybe 9 or 10 years.
And you still come to visit?
Yeah.
How sweet.
Yeah. They're so fascinating. These birds are, they're so fascinating. There's just something about them. I could, with Beak, even though he didn't like me, he was my husband's bird, my husband was his mate, and he tormented me. I learned to read Beak. I could see his body postures, and I could see the way he held his feathers, and I could read him, and I knew when he was getting ready to attack me.
Many of the birds in the sanctuary have lifespans upwards of 60-plus years. Most of them will outlive Ray. Many will outlive his kids, which leads Parks to wonder what will happen to his flock.
My wife and I talk about it, and like I always say, you know, the Lord's got to send somebody else just as crazy as us to take care of him, because you've got to realize you're not going to get a day off, you know, and it's pretty hard to have someone come in and do it. I know my son could do it, or my daughter even, and but they're raising a family. You're not making money here, so you can't, you know, do that and expect to raise a family. You can't do it.
Parks encourages folks to visit the sanctuary, especially before rushing out to buy their own bird.
kind of like getting your teen to babysit the bratty neighbor, which is usually a good form of birth control. More information on Parrot Island is available online. From Peachland for Shaw, I'm Tamie Williams.
Entertaining and informative, the Quality Assured Collision Road Trip. Weekends on Shaw TV. Always something new and exciting.
The website is parrotisland.net, and in March they kicked into their spring-summer hours, so they're now open daily 10 to 5 through to October 31st. You're watching The Express, and we have more things happening around Metro Vancouver that we'll tell you about on today's Express Spotlight.
Vancouver's Projecting Change Film Festival is a forum for film and dialogue about social and environmental issues. Show your support for lupus research, advocacy, and awareness at the 8th Annual Walk for Lupus held at Surrey Bear Creek Park. The Shaw Mini Sun Run is a 2.5K course perfect for kids and those who prefer a shorter course. You can show your kids fitness is fun and also enjoy the Shaw Kids Zone.
Plus, the Vancouver Cherry Blossom Festival is on now through April the 28th with all kinds of events planned. They've got the Cherry Blossom Umbrella Dance, Flash Mob. There's a haiku invitational reading. There are tree talks and walks. The Sakura Festival at Van Dusen. Plus, they have an interactive map with over 800 of the best cherry blossom viewing locations at the website. Thanks for watching The Express, only on Shaw TV.